Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Illusion like usual, and today we're starting a new series called Space Engineers. It is a open sandbox game set in space. I just found it on Steam a few days ago. It's still in, I don't know if they're calling it late alpha or early beta. It's still very new, and there's still a lot of development to come. But it's kind of a cool game. I've played with a little bit, and it's kind of like Minecraft in space, and you can see kind of the background, kind of building some things up, got some ships. So I'm going to start this series and see what happens. I'm not sure how good it's going to be. I know I'm very rusty with the controls. So let's get started. I'm going to do New World, Custom, and I just play with this asteroids scenario, and I kind of liked it. So I'm going to be in survival. I'm going to do my inventory size 10 times larger than usual, but I'm going to leave that on realistic. This does have a SMP mode, and it's working, but it could be a little bit better. And then once it gets a little longer into the beta, then maybe I'll switch to the online version, but not now since I'm just starting. Max players, we don't need to worry about that. Objects, environment hostility. What basically this means is, you can see a little tooltip, is the frequency of meteor showers. So safe is none, normal is not too many, and yeah, it just gets worse. So we're gonna go safe. Asteroid amount, so we'll do normal, which is 4 large, 20 small. Autosave on and off, because like every 5 minutes you get this massive frame rate lag and while it saves, so I'm gonna turn that off. I'll do manual saves. And cargo ships, have periodic cargo ships come through that you can go and capture and salvage, and so off we go. So this scenario right here, it says start in a rescue ship with very limited resources near a small asteroid field. So this is where we're going to start on it. There we go. And these little loading screens got a nice little quote from somebody in history. Quantum problems. So once we get into this asteroid field, basically we need to find some resources. Resources are going to be similar to Minecraft, like uranium, iron, nickel, gold, silver. So it's got some of the same open sandbox type of as Minecraft. One of the first things I want to do is, well, probably turn down the sound. That sounds a little bit loud for me. I don't know how about for you. Okay, that's a little bit better. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so you can see in the bottom right corner, we have 20, based on how much power usage we have, it will affect our fuel time. So right now we're at basically idle. We have 2 hours of fuel. You can see on the left-hand screen we have gravity of 1G. Bottom left it says got my health, jetpack, dampeners, and all that information there. And then you got a little bit of tooltips from there. So let's go. Now also on the bottom right, so forgive me, my controls are still a little bit rusty. I'm still trying to get used to them. A lot of them are different than the Minecraft controls, so I've been playing Minecraft so long, so kind of get my controls messed up. So I'm going to turn off my dampeners, and let me get rid of these. I'm gonna pause it. Let me get rid of the tooltip. Okay, there we go. Tooltip's off. Alright, so I'm gonna speed up a little bit, and since my dampeners are off, basically I'm just coasting through space without using much power. So let's look around, let's find something worth landing on. I want to shoot for kind of a big asteroid because they have more resources on them. So let's just shoot for that big guy there. So we're doing 14.6 meters per second, so let's just speed up just a little bit and close the distance off. Alright. Just do like 30 meters a second. And then once we get there to that asteroid, or relatively close, I'll go through some of the other information about the ship and no, that doesn't work. I'm sure I try to give you a side view of the ship, but it didn't work. But you can see my mass. One of the cool things, it's very like volumetric and masked, so it's not necessarily how many items it is, but how much mass or how much volume it takes up. So it's really cool. I've enjoyed it. I played it for about an hour and a half last night, just trying to get used to the controls. I'm trying to not look horrible on the first video. So I'm going to turn the dampeners off just a little bit, just to slow down, because I don't want to use too much of my power, and I'll show you why in just a second. I have this set on high resolution for the video, so everything looks pretty good. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of resources in this asteroid, so hopefully it looks better than what I'm thinking. Alright, so dampeners all the way on. And you can see as I add power, my fuel time goes to like 5 minutes, so be very careful. Yeah, there's some gold and iron. Let's go over there. You see kind of that gold's kind of yellowish color. Okay. So, as we settle out, we're going to have 2 hours of fuel time at idle. Alright, so let me jump out of the cockpit chair. Jetpack off. So this is the inside of my ship. So I have a gravity generator, which is of course giving me the gravity. I can click on it. Was okay? Yeah. I can change the gravity. Here is a medical room. So in the bottom left corner you can see my energy is 98.9%. So as I use up my energy, it'll tick down. And this is a way to recharge up. Nuclear reactor. So this is the reactors actually keeping my ship up and running. So this runs off uranium. So one of the first things we need to find is uranium. This is a refinery, so it's similar, like an ore processing compared to like Minecraft. Up here we have a cargo container where you can have an inventory space. You can see the volume. That's the max volume is 156,000. And then I have an assembler. So what the assembler does is basically will take your resources and you can make different things. So that's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this guy off to conserve power. So of course I'll need my jetpack on. And here, this is kind of my toolbar. Get rid of this. So these are the different things that I can build as far as building my ship. One thing we're going to want to go towards pretty quickly is to get a ship with a drill, so we can do some more of a little bit better automated of drilling. So I grab just my basic tools, a welder, grinder, and a hand drill. So those are our 3 starting tools. and you can see what we can build. So you can build anything up to a Gatling gun and a rocket launcher. So pretty cool stuff. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go look for some resources. Nope. Oh, because I turned the power off? Maybe? Okay. Turn the power off. Alright. So. Come on. Go through the door. I'm stuck. There. Come on. You can see down there on the bottom I got a military transport coming through this system. There we go. So that's what my kind of ship looks like on the outside. So this is my rescue ship. So I'm going to start mining up. I guess really the first thing I want to get is uranium. Now, again, we're 11 minutes into the video. Bear with me. This the first video of really anything. This kind of sucks because you got to do so much kind of prep work. You know, the first few episodes of Minecraft, they're horrible because all you're doing is knocking down trees and building tools. So bear with me. I'm going to cut through like usual. Try to cut through some of the really grindy parts, but I want to just show you some of the basics. So my first thing, I want to get some uranium. That way I can keep my ship powered up because the uranium powers the refinery, allowing me to refine the ores. So that's going to be kind of priority one. So it's like this is all. This is a good bit of this darker stuff is uranium, I believe. So you saw me drill it up, and then I had to pick it up. So that was just some iron. So its mass is 16 kilos and volume is 6 liters. So we need to get some more. So this is the fun part about this, because if you have to mine it up and then you have to catch it. So now I've already lost where that uranium was up here. So that was just a stone, so I went chasing after a stone, so well done there. So I also got to keep an eye on my my life support as well. So I clicked off screen again. So I'll try to collect as much as I can. But since there's no gravity, everything just goes flying. Like I said, still getting used to the controls. Best thing I found is to kind of dig a little trench, and hopefully the so we got a little bit of uranium. We got 11 kilos worth of uranium. So let's get up a little bit more. Yeah, we got a nice little piece there. I think that's iron. Got it. So this is just like, you know, your first day cycle of Minecraft. So there's some iron. Iron, just like in Minecraft, is like the most heavily used resource. So let's see where we're at. So we're at 56 kilos worth of uranium. So let's fly back to our ship. See if I can get myself in here. Alright. Let's get the power back on. And alright, so now I got the power back on. We have 2 hours of run time. So So let's get some of this uranium processing so we can extend our runtime. So uranium goes in the refinery, and it will not run if I'm in the interface. So I'm going to put the iron in there as well. Stone. I don't know if we can do anything with stone. Again, I'm learning this game. So you can hear starting to run. So if I run back over here, you can see I now only have 15 minutes of runtime because the refinery's running. So that's why uranium is kind of very precious to get on the go first. We'll let it refinery, let it work a little bit. I'll just put the stone in the cargo container. So while this is running, a little loud. My tools, so I have the welder. Basically the welder is the tool that will build your materials or build whatever you're building. Your grinder is to disassemble things. So if I disassembled that piece right there, I'd get the materials back out of it. So if it was made up of some iron plates and tubes, then I'd collect that. And then of course we just showed you the hand drill. So we'll do this. Alright, so it looks like we've got 0.4 of a kilo out of that. Let's go ahead and stick this right back in the small reactor. And now we should have almost 30 minutes of runtime. Yeah, 27. So now I feel a little bit more comfortable running back out here and doing some more resource gathering because that guy's running and I can collect his resources. So let's continue to look around. So there's a fair amount of gold there. I think that's either iron or nickel. Iron. Iron. Magnesium. I don't know what magnesium's used for. But we're just gonna get it. So it'd be nice to get our drill up and going because we don't have to chase all the materials. Come here. And yeah, I'm going to be losing some. I'm going to be losing a fair amount, but try to dig a hole. That's a big piece. So a little strategy I found is kind of dig yourself into a hole, and that way the materials don't float away as fast or as far. Got it. What's all been stone? See if we get some now. There we go. Got a big chunk that time. That looks like cobalt. Nope. So, now I kind of showed you some of the basics of... Oh, I haven't read astronaut. Showed you some of the basics of mining. I'll try to cut out some of the grindy parts like I said I would. And I'm going to do... Oh, there's my ship. I'm going to do a little bit of mining here for a few minutes, and I will bring you back and kind of show you what we can do next. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, I'm back. So I did a fair amount of mining. And nice. So let's close this up. So let's see where we're at with power. Oh, I wonder if finished. Finished. Yeah, it did. Okay, cool. So we'll drag this over to our inventory. And then, so I got 256 kilos of gold, some iron, and more uranium. So how much is uranium is that? 1/4 of a kilo. So wait, let's process the uranium first. So that way keep our power up. And then we'll start processing iron. And then gold. And then magnesium. So one thing I know we are missing is we're going to be missing silver and silicon. I'll run over here and drop this in here. Nice. See where we're at for power. Maybe an hour? 47 minutes. Okay. Then we'll come up here and access this assembler. Okay. So now, if I go over to production, these are the things that I can make. Construction components, some girders, metal grid, and you can see right here in the middle, it says basically what we have and what we need. So steel plates, we'll be using a lot of steel plates. Small tubes, large tubes. So we need to get some nickel, cobalt, some silver. Oh, I bet we get gravel from processing stone. That makes sense, right? Some silicon there. Platinum. Because we're going to have to make some thrusters for the new ship. So, basically that's where we're at. We've got to step away from there a little bit as I talk. Yeah. There we go. So, I think that'll be a good stopping point for this episode 1 of Space Engineers. Got some resources working. Showed you some of the basics of first part of Space Engineers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I don't know how good of a video it's going to make. It's a little grindy at first, but you know that's true with a lot of games. So I guess we will pick it up with episode 2 on the next one. Kind of do some more resource gathering, and we'll see if we can kind of see what we can start doing next. I would like to have another ship to do some mining with, and maybe we get some more uranium in this ship, and we can do a little bit of exploration. See if there's anything else good that we want to explore. So I'm sure there's business shipment that's closing in on us. So maybe we'll have to go hijack a ship or something. But I think this is the biggest asteroid around. We might run over there, see what that one's made out of, and kind of do a little bit of looking around. But again, gotta get some more uranium to keep our ship powered up. There's the gyroscope on the back, I think. Oh, that's the refinery. That's how big the refinery is. Pretty large. So, got our starter ship, got some resources working. This is how you do a little rolling around. Alright guys, I will see you guys on the next one. Be sure to leave me some comments, slap that subscribe button, and see you on the next one.